So he just had the long commute over from UH, but amazing resource for us. We don't realize how amazing it is that we have a university, a world-class research university, literally like 100 yards away from us. So we're going to try to take advantage of that as much as possible. But taking time out of his very busy schedule to come today to share his knowledge about Papua New Guinea, which we are going to be doing some water sample testing on as well. But I'll let you talk more about yourself. But he did his field work there during doing his PhD dissertation, so he knows the country. He's lived there. He's literally drank the water.
I was just there in July.
Yeah, so I don't know if you want the microphone, but I will let you take it from here. All right.
All right, great. This is like stand-up. All right, hello. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, it's good to be here at Mid-Pac. I'm always amazed when I come here at the great students and also how incredibly steep your campus is. Your campus is incredibly steep. Actually, can you guys hear in the back if I just project? You guys are okay? Yes? Yes? Okay, thank you. All right. So I want to talk a little bit about Papua New Guinea. There we go. And I also want to talk a little bit about myself and why you should believe me. So, yes, my name is Alex Golub. I'm a professor in anthropology at UH. So this is the little slide where I say a little bit more about me. I got started at Reed College in Portland, Oregon, studying anthropology. Has anyone heard of Reed? No? Yes, you have? They might not tell you about Reed here, but it is an option. You can think about it. Beautiful, relatively nearby. Then from there, I went on to the University of Chicago. It's so strange, I teach in UH anthropology, and you guys have heard of Barack Obama, right? His mom was a graduate student in UH. Her teacher was my coworker who worked 2 doors down from me. And then Obama went to the University of Chicago, and his house was about 3 blocks down from me. So I feel like my whole life. And then, he went to Noelani, then my kids go to Noelani. And he went to the Unitarian Church, and I spent time at the Unitarian Church. I feel like everywhere I go, there's these little photographs that say Barack Obama was here, been following him around. So I went to the University of Chicago, which is a pretty good school. I was very lucky. And I got a Fulbright, and I went to Papua New Guinea. And this is, the first time I went to PNG, actually this was the second time. This is my main field work. First time I went to Papua New Guinea was in a time called the 90s. An easier, gentler time with less Fortnite. And at that time, I lived there for 2 years and did a PhD on mining and local people. And this has been my 20th anniversary. I was just back in July for my 20th anniversary. My Hanai family there, I have grandkids over there now, which is absolutely crazy. And you've seen the changes across 20 years. This is unfortunately what I look like now. It's much easier to take pictures now. This was taken on film. That's not a filter. That's just what it looks like when you try to get things developed in Mount Hagen and Papua New Guinea. So I've been going back and forth for dozens of years. And you had a previous speaker. What did they talk about?
Water.
Nothing. Silence. Yes.
They talked about the cleanliness of the water and as well as the cholera.
Oh, wow. Cholera. Do me a favor, none of you do not get cholera. It's not good. Did they talk a lot about the peoples and cultures of Papua New Guinea? How it's dangerous? Well, we can talk a little bit about how it's dangerous. I can address that issue, although I don't have slides of it. Did you guys did they talk about any particular area? No? All right. I want to in this talk, I want to get you guys into the country a little bit and thinking about what it's like and talk about stereotypes and realities and answer any questions you guys might have. So, I now teach at UH Manoa. You knew that already. Let's move on to these ones. All right, everybody, come up onto the stage. We're about to get interactive. Get out of your chairs. Oh my God.
co-opted by Paris will be Papua.
Okay, everyone go sit down, please. Thank you. Go sit down. Okay, hello, thank you. All right. I am going to use those. Okay, very good. Thank you, everyone. So, one of the things that anthropologists want to do is get to know life and how it actually works. We don't want abstract ideas, we want concrete experiences. A lot of education is about concrete experiences. So, take a look at those bags. We want you to take a look at them. What are they made out of? Yarn. Are they all made out of yarn? Yours is made out of yarn? Do me a favor, don't destroy them. Not that any of you are going to, but do me a favor, do not pick them apart to see what they're made of. Now, what are the patterns on them? What do the patterns on them look like? If there's any art, you got the checks, it's right up your alley. That bill was made for you. Yeah. All right. What are the patterns that are on them? If any of you guys are into drawing, or you might want to think a little bit, how would you sketch or how would you draw these? They're three-dimensional objects made out of two-dimensional material for textiles, so it's pretty interesting. What do they smell like? Smell. Dirt-ish?
Like dust.
Like fake dirt or only a little bit like dirt? Huh? Fake dirt?
Loamy.
Smells like dust. It smells old. Yes, observations from the back. Sorry, what's that? It's not a bad smell.
Mine's made out of like
Yeah.
some
Huh? It smells like wool.
smells like your mom.
So this is one of the things about breaking our interpretations. Look at this one. What is this one made out of? It's made out of plastic. What about this one? Is this one made out of wool?
Mine's made out of
What about this? It's monkey fur. Is yours made out of monkey fur? Oh, okay. His is monkey fur, so obviously you can't both have one made out of monkey fur. Because it's only one of you can be the monkey fur guy. You have monkey fur on yours. Okay. I will tell you right now, there is no monkeys in Papua. So it must be some other kind of fur. You're lucky you got the monkey fur. What about this one? Cat fur. Oh my God. What about this one? What is this one made out of? It's made so they said here, which I think is very interesting, it's made out of net. But it's not, the material that it's made out of is not net. But how is it made? Is this like your shirt? How is your shirt made? How do people make textiles? It's weave? I am not sure that it is. Is yours weave? Do you have one?
It's right in.
What is that? Is that a bag?
It's a bean.
It's a purse? It's a beanie?
Pop, pop, pop,
It's a dude wear hats. And what about this one? What does yours say on it? Could the people who have like pictures hold their vellums up? Yours has got the flag on it. Which other one has like a picture? What does yours have on it? A flag, and then what are the words on there? There's a lot of letters. Yeah, what about you? It's a camel. It's a flag. And what is this a zipper?
Yeah.
It's that one's. Does anyone else have a zipper on theirs? So there's a. So it looks like we've got a wide variety of materials. We've got a wide variety of designs. We've got one way. Were they all made the same way? No. No, they were not. What were the different ways they were made? Yes.
Is knitting one of them?
I think these were all knitted. Yeah, I think these were not woven, I think they were knitted. Although I am not an expert knitter, so I cannot really tell you. Okay. Now, okay guys, here's the next one. Can you put yours on? How are they supposed to be worn?
Shoulder bag?
Well, it's, try it. We're gonna get some. That's awesome. You gotta share with the class. All right, stand up. Is that how they're supposed to be worn? With the strap on the bottom and the on top? It's actually a hat. It's a hat. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. What about, yeah?
Yo, did I get it right? Yes, dude.
It's not chinchilla.
20%.
Good, it's a good guess. I actually like that. I'm glad the memory of chinchilla is in my mind. Okay, so that's how you think that one should be worn. Just do me a favor and stand up. Okay. So we're going against, that's not a purse then. What about another one? How are you wearing yours? Okay, you don't want to share. Now everyone is taking theirs off because I'm going to ask you to demonstrate. Try a couple of options. Realistically, I mean, look at them. The handles on some of them are longer than the handles of others. So what are sort of the different options?
Like a shoulder bag.
You could do it over your shoulder. You got a shoulder one there. You're going to put it over your neck, which is, you think, the wrong way.
No, so basically each hand is to your sleeping.
And then you're wearing it across your body, that one.
I just put your groceries and there you go.
So we've got a variety of ways of wearing them, right? So we're using it as sort of like a dark Jedi hood over there. All right. What do you think you're supposed to put in these things? Stuff, thank you. Fruit. More bags, it's a meta bag. Realistically though, fruit is an option. Monkeys?
I said clothing.
Oh, clothing.
Monkeys.
Well, we already had a monkey option.
What?
Your pet.
Your pet? What else do people like? So we got some of them. Like this one here. What is this one? Oh, what are you supposed to put in this one? Heavy stuff? Does this look like you could carry a lot of weight? It would carry more than some of the thinner ones. Do you think you're supposed to carry things in all? How about this one? What do you think you should put in this one? Fish? I think that'd be really cool for a fish to do it on the water. Like a fish. Okay. Huh? That's the fish film? Why do you say that? It looks like a fishing net. So people have noticed that they're like nets. Yeah. What kind of person is supposed to wear that one? Good, fresh fashion. How about that purple one? What kind of person, man, woman, boy, girl, adult, kid, who's supposed to wear that purple one? What kind of person is supposed to wear that? Why do you say that? It's pink? That's pink? Hold that up. Is that what color is that?
That's colorist.
Yeah, what color is that? Magenta? Magenta. Purple? I always think of magenta as a T-Mobile color. It seems a little bit darker than T-Mobile logo. Yeah, but you think that's a color for women or girls to wear. It has poofies on it. No guy would wear a poofy, is that right? Okay, let's try bringing it in. So do you guys want to take a look at what people actually use these for? All right, these are called, all right, gentlemen, I'm sorry, I got boys. Ladies and gentlemen, focus, bring it in. If they're just too much to mess around with, we can collect them all and then you will be bored and have to trace with the focus, but I'm going to do both at the same time. So those are called billums. B-I-L-U-M. Billums. B-I-L-U-M. And these are traditional string bags of Papua New Guinea. They are one of the most, you'll see them everywhere in Papua New Guinea. They're central to the culture. One of the main things that they're used for is for gathering food from the gardens. Sweet potato, yeah, absolutely. The main food, the most commonly eaten food in Papua New Guinea is sweet potatoes. The second most common food that's eaten in Papua New Guinea is bananas. The small savory kind of bananas, if you guys have ever had those. No, they're very, very hard. You have to peel them with a peeler, and you eat them with salt. And after that, it's sago. Maybe I'll show you the Kelly Farrow sago video. Yeah. And look at how they're wearing them. Did any of you guys try wearing your billums like that? Over your head, you were close? There's a word for this in English, but the typical way that women wear billums is across the forehead and then down the back. They're also a form of childcare. Kids are raised in billums. Yeah. Yeah, so instead of strollers, or instead of like those little, like $100 Bjorn bags that people buy and use for 9 months, what you do is you get a towel, you put it at the bottom of the billum, or if you don't have a towel, the old school way to do it is like banana leaf. Then you put the kid on top, and then the kid can go ahead and stay in the billum there. Yeah, and then you just carry your kid around on your head. Papua New Guinea is very near to Australia, and there's a lot of marsupials there. So this is sort of a marsupial way of carrying your kids around. Here's another one, in case you don't believe me. This is a more traditional billum. You see the kid in there? You see the foot coming out? Then when you take your baby to the hospital, well, there's not a lot of hospitals in Papua New Guinea. When you take your baby to the hospital and you want to weigh the kid, you just take the billum and you put it on like one of those hooks, and then that's how you weigh the kid. Yeah, so you don't even have to take the kid out of the billum. Yeah. And when the kid gets older, they can start, here's a baby here's a little kid learning to be a Papua New Guinean. She's getting ready to go to the garden. I know the billum is bigger than she is. Pretty cute. Guys can also wear billums in a lot of different ways. Yeah, that's in Papua New Guinea. What's he wearing? Close. Footy, it's rugby league. That's the Brisbane Broncos, I believe. Yeah. So where is my usual billum that I wear when I'm in Papua New Guinea 90% of the time? When you guys have it, it's not that one. That is for the ladies, my friend. It's red and green, and it's got the long handle. That one, that's the one. Toss it over here.
No, it's mine.
No, it's not. It's mine. It belongs to me. Don't you remember? We figured this out like 5 minutes ago. Thank you. Yeah, so this is really good. This is, God knows, I've worn this billum for years, and you just wear it on your arm. If you're worried about security, you can move it right here. If you don't care, do it right here. If you're hiking and you need like support, you can just go like this and keep your arms here while you're hiking. Yeah, so it's just enough for a notebook, phone, camera, something else. Just a nice little thing. And I don't know if you guys, if you feel yours, some of them are really tight. The individual pieces of fiber are very tight, and other ones, they're a lot looser. What people will do is, women mostly make billums. There are things that are made by women. They'll buy the yarn and then they'll rub it on their thigh until the yarn is really, really, really tight. The high quality billum, like this one I can tell, is really, really tightly wound. And look how tightly it's woven. This is a good utility one. Whereas some of the other ones that are more for decoration, like this one, if you feel that one, it's not super tight, I don't think. Yeah. Sometimes they're really loosely woven, so the threads might be tight, but you can still see through it. And the ones that you use with garden produce, like if you're carrying 40 pounds of sweet potatoes on your head every day, which a lot of women in Papua New Guinea do, then the bags can actually expand. So the plastic one, it's right here at the edge. This plastic one, this one can expand to like really big because it's super strong too. It's good for the beach actually because it's plastic. Yeah. I think it's fishing line. Sometimes you can wear them like this. Just helps you understand how lucky you are to have Mr. Cheever as your professor. What if it was this guy? Yeah, and you can you see what's woven into the billum there? Shells and jawbones. Yeah, there's a jawbone that's been woven into that billum. So you can wear them over your neck like that if you want to. Here's a look at the construction. All of these billums are made from just 10 pieces of thread. This is part of the wonder of textiles. With just a couple of pieces of thread, when you weave them together, you can actually create a whole object out of just these very thin pieces. And you can see if you're an expert weaver, or I guess knitter, technically an expert knitter, then you know how to make the little diamond shapes and then the little checks inside the diamonds that represent all the different, are all the different patterns that you can make. So one of the I don't know if anyone here do people sew or knit in here? Yeah, some people do. Part of the magic of making things is that you start off with just a bunch of stuff on the floor and you're like, how is this ever going to be anything? And then a month later you have a full completed object, which is absolutely amazing. Yeah. Today people are taking the techniques of making billums and they're applying it to fashion. So there's a whole new area of fashion here, which is billum fashion. So this woman is making a dress. This woman is wearing a dress which is a billum. Yeah, it's a billum dress. And I think I got one more. Oh yeah, okay. So that is the unit on billums. So I'm going to ask you guys, frankly, I'm going to be honest because I do not trust you. Could you come up here and put the billums up there? And yeah, I'm taking the billums. Put them back up here. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about PNG, and we're going to watch some YouTube videos. All right, thank you. Next year I'll bring more. So every time I go to PNG, I get additional billings. These are the number one. Is there significance to the meaning of the patterns? There's different kinds of patterns, and they have different kinds of names. Like this one is called mountains. There was an art exhibit, because it kind of looked like mountains. There was an art exhibit that came up recently on some of these. People will put the flag on them. One of them was a gift from my Hanai sister. This one has the flag of Papua New Guinea on one side. And then I studied a large gold mine called the Porgera Joint Venture. And this says Porgera Gold Mine on the front, and then it's got the logo of the company mine.
Break it into, stop now and start again. It's easier.
And then I don't know if I can find, this is another classic
25 minutes a piece. So.
Diamond style. It's not easy to make these. They can take months, and it takes a lot of work. So people are very proud of their ability to make those.